Hello, welcome back to Put the Tip In. This is my first time doing this on my laptop camera, so I'm apologising in advance if this is atrocious. Um, Yesterday, I'm really glad to say we had another winning day. That makes three out of our first four. Um, I'm really chuffed with that as a nice little start to this project. Um, what we did learn yesterday as well is that we don't bet on horse racing that we don't know enough about. Because I tried to uh, predict France. The issue is, I guess, um, is as much as I knew a lot about the English and Irish runners, I didn't know enough of the background to the French horses. Also, the favourites just won. Like in most of the races, or certainly like the very short priced horses, there wasn't a lot of value ended up coming in. The only value bet I personally managed on the day was a tip from a friend who messaged me about 2 minutes before the arc to say that Giavoletto would win. Back that each way at 40 to 1. Luckily placed. But, uh, that wasn't something I'd have picked beforehand. It was just a bit of a mare. So when it comes around to stuff like the Breeders' Cup and things like that, I will spend a lot more time doing my research. Um, and we'll see how that goes. If it is something that I just can't catch the same way I catch this stuff, then we'll leave it. But to run through yesterday's results. So, Whimsy was our first horse of the day. And I was worried about this because a couple of horses withdrew. Was originally three places, and I was confident at that. I was not confident at two places. Um, and we got a rule deduction, which frustrates me all the time because Whimsy still went off the same price as we got it. So really, I don't see why we should be penalised for that. I understand the rule system, but when your horse goes off to the same odds you bet it at, doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Fair enough. 8 to 1 place. Um, Balco Dange was second, if I remember, and that was nothing. And at this point, I was like, well, all the French horses have gone bad. We've only had one place and a loss. What on earth are we doing? And then Looking Splendid came in for us, our one win of the day. 15 to 2, absolutely banged in. Really good race, that actually. Really big fight. Um, Next, Hit the Frame did indeed hit the frame. That's exactly what we wanted. I felt it was a sure thing to kind of place if it had done better. Happy days. Red Sea Girl placed as well. Very good odds of like 16s or something like that. I think it might have even gone out to 20s. And then finally, Dreams Fled Away placed as well. That meant out of our six horses, if we used £5 each way stakes, then we would have returned 106.85, which means we'd have made £46.85 on the day. Wabang, 3 days in a row. Let's go. This is a new week. I also, by the way, was worried yesterday because I sent the link of this channel to my father, who is also an avid horse racing fan. We go to Cheltenham every year together, and I was really worried that sending this to him was going to jinx this somehow. Luckily, it did not. Maybe he just jinxed the France racing. Um, so today, um, I'm going to do one race separately. So there's going to be seven bets, and then one race that I think is quite juicy. Seven bets. Top time 8 to 1 in the 233 at Pontefract. Long Branch 11 to 1 in the 335 at Tipperary. Novello Lad 9 to 1 in the 343 at Pontefract. Crafter 16 to 1 in the 420 at Wolverhampton. Dorman Mo 8 to 1, 443 Tipperary. Gorgeous Mr. George 6 to 1, 530 in Yarmouth. Balsito 9 to 1 in the 525 at Pontefract. So there are your main seven. I think quite a lot of those stand chances of placing. Yet again, if we get a winner, happy days. At those kind of odds, that makes our day, and we're done. Like yesterday, we need one winner and then some, a couple of places, and we are in. The juicy race for the day is the 7:30 at Wolverhampton. So really, for me, these depend on how we've done in the day because we don't want to go wild. I think 9 bets is way too many for a day. Realistically on here, I think my limit's 8. Um, and I couldn't decide between these two. I couldn't split them. See how you do in the day. If we're doing well, let's go on both. If not, take your pick or leave them all together. I do think it's a juicy race. On Sky, like I told you, I use that. It's 4 places, and we got 2 horses. Antelope at 12 to 1, and High Court Judge at 18 to 1. Now, High Court Judge won last time out. Bit of a turnaround form. Obviously, had great all-weather form, kind of start of this year, and then I guess drifted off a bit. Um, Shot right back to form. Last time, romped home. Love High Court Judge. So I'd like to see him follow that up. Don't know whether that'll happen. But at 18 to 1, I'm willing to chance that. But 12 to 1 Antelope, I think, serves a very good value. Generally always wins consistently. And I guess to me, Antelope is the more likely place. High Court Judge will either win or do nothing. I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. So I kind of want to back both. But the other 7 are kind of your main ones for the day. And like I say, we will see how we do. That's your tips for the day. If you've got a tip, put your tip in the comments. Thank you, by the way, to I believe it's Rob who's been kind of commenting on the videos. It's nice to see some interaction. Um, and if any of you guys could subscribe to the channel, like it, hit the notification button, all that good stuff that every other YouTuber does, that would be fantastic because the more of that helps the algorithm. I can get seen more, and I'll be a very happy man. Um, and hopefully then we shoot this to the moon and beat those bookies off the table. Good luck today, guys, and I will see you on the other side. Cheers.